If you're not grinding your coffee fresh, are you even living? Are you even like a true coffee lover? That's the best way to get like the best flavor out of your coffee. It's fresh ground, man. One of my friends, JJ, she is the one that introduced me to this. True hostess, man. I mean, she's very selective on who she allows over to her house, but she was the one that taught me how to do this. Sorry, I need to have more tea. I need to have water. It's early. I'm gonna have some coffee, I guess. One brand that I really like from the store is Don Francisco's. And no, this is not a paid advertisement. I really do like Don Francisco's. I like the hazelnut one. That's the best. But they didn't have hazelnut, so I settled on this one. The Kona blend. Because it's a funny story. I'm sure there's a fill line in here somewhere. Put this in this little grinder that I got at Target. Okay, so the Kona blend reminds me of when I went to Maui, when my aunt got married out there, and I made her wedding dress because, yes, I know how to sew. And I had to be there to see the dress, walk down the sand aisle. And they have really good coffee over there. And, of course, I was like 18, 19, and my dad had bought this coffee, and I know it was expensive, and I didn't know how to make coffee. So I like put the wrong ratio, and I ended up making like a giant like 12 cup pot of coffee. And I was like, oh my God, my dad's gonna be so mad at me. So I drank like half the pot of coffee, like as fast as I could. And then later we were gonna go whitewater rafting or whatever, saltwater. Anyways, you just take a boat out on the ocean in Maui, right? And I'm afraid of dark water and deep water and looking underwater. I don't like that, not at all. And so I had my boogie board with me, and I was just floating at the surface while my family was scuba diving underneath the water. And then they would come up and try to drown me on my boogie board. Just kidding, they weren't really trying to drown me. But they were all holding on to my boogie board when they would come up for air. And by the end of that, and then getting back on the boat and coming back in, I was shaking so bad. It was almost like I was convulsing. I was shaking so bad, so bad. So sensitive to so many little weird things like that, like caffeine. That's why I say I could get lit off of Diet Coke. I'm just naturally crazy. I don't need to add anything to this. This is enough. So anyway, I was shaking, and then my dad was like, oh my God, like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I was just like, I drank too much coffee. I made too much coffee. So, that was funny. He was just like, oh my God, you should have just thrown it out. I was like, no, that's wasting. Because, you don't want to waste. Well, don't waste nothing. Especially when you grow up and you don't have, unlimited funds to do whatever you want. So you don't want to waste. And that was just a funny story that I thought of when I bought this coffee as I was setting up here at the new house and getting ready to grind it. So I'm going to grind this. I'm going to make some. I have someone coming over to help fix my dryer vent because the new dog ate it. Oh, the growing pains of life. First world problems, people. First world problems. I mean, the fact that I have a dryer, that's a blessing. The fact that the vent is the only thing broken, that's a blessing. So, happy Monday. And drink good coffee. Stop drinking that trash. Grind your coffee. It's delicious. Bye.